Alright folks, we're going to be doing a little range review real quick here on the Glock 34 MOS. So the 34 MOS, the exact same thing as the standard Gen 4 34. The only difference is, Glock from the factory has put this plate on there, and they've given you all these little adapter deals, so if you did want to put something like an RMR on there, you can go ahead and do so. Glock decided, hey, red dots becoming really popular on pistols. People are spending a bunch of money to go get their slide milled out. Why don't we just make something from the factory that has this ability? So they have the 19s, the 17s, the 34, the 40, the long slide 10 mil, and I think they also have the 41s. I could be wrong on that. Now, one thing I have heard is that it fits all of them well, but none of them perfect. But hey, it gives you a lot of options. So if you don't want to spend money on RMR, you can go ahead and get a Fast Fire or a Venom or whatever. So it has all these different little plates. They have numbers on them to correspond which different plates you want to use for your particular red dot. Now with this, these are Dawson MOS specific. Now what they allow you to do is put rear sights on that don't cover the plate. So I got this in case I wanted to go into open class. Didn't have to go out and get the slide milled or anything. It comes with a little extended slide release. I've stippled it, put some Terran tactical trigger kit in there, Terran base or Terran magwell, but same standard barrel. Really awesome pistol. We'll do a little bit of range review without the dot, and then we'll do some with the dot. Alright, so got a target 15 yards. Going to do a little practical accuracy with the Glock 34 MOS with just some normal sights on it. Then we'll stop and throw an RMR on it and see how it does that. So pretty decent accuracy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So pretty solid accuracy out of it. I'm gonna throw an RMR on and see what we can do with it. Alright, so we're gonna be installing the RM01 on the Glock 34 MOS. As you can see, little small dot. Has 1 MOA adjustments, and what's really cool about the way this thing's designed is people are like, that's a weird looking, looks almost like a cow horn, up here. Whenever you knock it on something, all the force goes down through here instead of directly on the glass. So that's one of the cool things about this RMR. Now, one thing I want to talk about on the 34 MOS is whenever you remove the standard top plate off there, if you're going to use the Trichcon RMR, it is plate number, see if it'll focus here, it's plate number 2 that you're going to use. And you're going to screw this plate actually into the slide itself using the very small screws, and then your actual RMR screws will fit in there. Alright, so we've got the RMR installed. With these Dawson sights, I have the non-co-witness one, so you just barely even see it out the view. So we're going to go take a couple shots with it, try to sight in a little bit, and give you a little opinion on what we think on RMRs on pistols. So right now we're going to do a little bit of shooting with the RMR mounted on the Glock 34, and we're going to just try to get a little bit of a, see where it's hitting at 15 yards. Alright, so right now we're hitting lift, and we're going to try to adjust it. Alright, so right now we're going to try to give it a little POV style of what it's like to shoot through an RMR. Alright. Now mind you, this is using just, shooting through the camera, but the very first shot was right below the orange, and then everything else was over off to the right. So probably a little bit of me just trying to shoot through this camera. Not exactly the easiest thing. But it gives you an idea of what it's looking like shooting through an RMR. It does take a little while. You can see right there, you gotta get your dot. It's not super intuitive. You do have to find it at times. I do feel like though, if you get used to your presentation, it is something that is going to come quicker though. And you do have to, it is a learning curve. Not going to say it's going to make you automatically a better shooter, but I do see instances where it could be beneficial for like super long shots. So I'm going to do a little bit of more testing with it and see how I like it. So just a little something that just happened. The LMR came flying off. There was provided thread locker on said screws. This is just normal 124 grain blazer brass. Battery came flying off, so got to find out where that went to. Haven't even had that many rounds, like literally like maybe 10 to 15 rounds through this. Not the RMR's fault, obviously. The screws that Glock provided for this, because those are not the Trigicon screws. So I'm going to try to find at least where my battery went to. Alright, so to kind of conclude this little video about the Glock 34 MOS, it's still Glock 34. It's going to be accurate. It's going to be super modular. You're going to be able to do a lot of different things to it. If you don't want to take full advantage of the modular optic system, if you're not going to run an RMR or whatever dot, you can still go get plenty good quality Dawson precision sights. The only thing I will say about Dawson is they are they tend to rust. So if you are somewhere within the southeast US, make sure you oil these things all the time. Never had a problem with the front sight. It's for a reason. The rear sight likes to rust up. So had the RMR come flying off because I have no idea why. Tighten it down. There was thread locker on the screws. I think the screws just might not be super deep enough. So lost those two screws. Luckily there's two more in the little package. Lost the battery for the RMR. It's somewhere in the grass. So the RMR or MOS 34, good pistol. I would suggest, order some extra screws. Just constantly make sure those are tight. I mean, I tightened them down. Wasn't shooting plus P or anything, just shooting regular 124 grain blazer brass. It wasn't anything hot or anything. So, don't know what happened with that. Sucks because I don't have another battery for the RMR. I think I can pop the one of my AccuPowers to do for the rifle testing today. So, I don't know. Kind of weird.